Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, in this video, I want to talk about how, guys are going to experience the game differently. You understand? So, based on your level of game, and also to sometimes it could be, what you want when it comes to dealing with women, but basically, usually based on your level of game is going to determine the type of sex life you're going to have when it comes to dealing with women. So what I'm going to do in this video, right, is I have a list of 6 different types of guys, right? And I'm going to go from the guy who has the least amount of game and show you how his sex life is. And then the guy who has the most amount of game and explain how his sex life usually is, right? So I'm going to go from 6. I'm going to do a countdown down from 6 all the way to 1. So 6 is the guy who has the least amount of game, and 1 is the guy who has the most amount of game. Now I want you guys to listen to this and sort of, think about where you fall into any of these, categories. All right. So number 6, this is the guy who has the least amount of game, is the guys who feel like they need to pay for sex. Okay. The guys who feel like they need to pay for sex. Now, notice I said the guys who feel like they need to do it. Now, there are guys who have game who know how to get girls without paying for sex, and they'll still pay for sex because for them, it's it could be a time issue. It can be a situation where they might have a girl, they end up cheating on their girl, but they want to do it with some chick they just pay for her so that, after it's done, it's done. There's no drama. She got paid and, she goes about her business, right? But the guys who feel like they need to pay for sex, those are the guys with the least amount of game because they feel like they can't really necessarily get, a chick or women just in general to really make it happen with them without paying for it. Right. So that's number 6. Now, number 5 is guys who get no sex. All right. Guys who get no sex. Now, these are the guys who are your incels, your TFL guys, those type of dudes. You understand? And you're probably saying, well, how do those guys have more game than a guy who's paying for it? Right? So the thing with the TFL guys and the incel guys, because a lot of people will say, I've heard people say this, they're like, why don't those guys just pay for sex? A lot of those incel guys, they actually don't want to pay for sex because they really want a girl to want them for them. You understand? That's what they actually want. You understand? Guys who are TFL dudes, they want a girl that actually wants them. So the reason why I say they have a little bit more game, or they have the potential to have more game than the guys who feel they need to pay for sex, because those incel dudes, they don't want to pay for sex. They so all they really would need to do is, switch their mindset up a little bit, believe in themselves a little bit more, and then that can jumpstart them actually going to get some chicks. All right. So that's number 5. Now, number 4 is the guy who hardly gets any, but could get more if he tried. So the guy who hardly gets any, but he could get some if he tried. So there are guys out there who they'll get, a girl here and there, but they could be getting a whole bunch more women. They could be having more sex, more shit popping off if they actually just applied themselves. You understand? Meaning they actually went out there and talked to more women. They actually went out there and went out on Friday and Saturday nights to bars or clubs and interacted with chicks. You understand? So it's not that they're not getting chicks because they don't have any game. It's that they have game, but they just are kind of lazy. You know what I'm saying? They're I'm not trying to go out there and make it happen. Right? Now, number 3 is guys who randomly get chicks, right? Guys who randomly get chicks. So these are the guys who they'll actually go out, interact with women, approach women, stuff like that. But it's very random how they get it. So let's say they'll go out tonight and they'll have sex with a girl, and they'll go out next week and they might have sex with a girl, but then they'll go out for another 2 months and nothing will happen. And then after those 2 months, they'll go out again and then they'll have sex with a girl. And then 4 weeks will go by, or 5 weeks go by, and then before they even get another girl. And then After that girl, another 6 months can go by until they finally get another girl. You see what I'm saying? So it's very random. So they're out there, playing a numbers game, making it happen, but it's random because they don't necessarily have the skill and the know-how to make it more consistent, right? So that's number 3. Now, number 2 is the guy who has sex with one chick. These are the guys who are in relationships. So he has a girlfriend, right? So these guys, they got with a chick. They said, you know what? I'm going to stick with this girl because I can get, some consistent sex, and I'm able to keep and maintain her. You understand? Because I'm just, making it happen with her, right? Now, the number 1 guy, these are the guys who, have the most game, are guys who are having sex all the time. Guys who are having sex all the time. So who are these? These are the guys who they, if they want to, they could have sex at least 6 or 7 days a week with different women. Okay, there's guys out there doing it like that. These are the guys who his game is on point. They're going out there making shit happen. And some guys will think that these are the guys who are just like super good looking. Now, there are guys who are really good looking who will fall into this category. But a lot of them also have game, because there's a lot of good looking guys who don't got game who, they're not really popping it off like that. But yeah, a guy who's good looking, he'll know how to use that to his advantage to get more chicks. But also a guy who maybe an average looking dude can still get a number of different girls, every day of the week if he wants to. You see what I'm saying? So now I want you guys to think about, what type of guy are you? I want you to put in the comment section which one of these guys describes you. Because the thing is this, it's, you might be a type of guy who just wants a girlfriend, right? You may not want to necessarily bang a whole bunch of chicks. You may be able to, because your game is on point to that level, but you may say, you know what, I just want me this one girl. I'm feeling this chick. I'm gonna make it happen. Or you might be the type of guy who's like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna just, I feel like I got to pay for it because whatever. You understand? Or you might be the type of guy who, you get chicks here and there, but if you tried and applied yourself more, you can make more shit happen. You understand? So just understand that there's going to be different, levels and different experiences based off of the guy. So this is why sometimes you hear guys say one thing that another guy may say another experience. And, sometimes you might not be able to relate to a certain dude. And then you're just like, how is this guy getting more shit? And why am I not getting things going on? And so it all depends on your level of game. You understand? And so this is why, I tell guys, if you want to be that guy who's being able to, get multiple women, or even just have a girlfriend or a hot girlfriend you want, you got to step up your motherfucking game. You feel what I'm saying? In order to make that shit happen. Right? Because sometimes what guys will tell me, they'll say, well, isn't it times where guys just like randomly, they'll get a hot girlfriend, and it's like, yeah, they'll get a girl who, out of the blue wanted to fuck with them. But in order to maintain that, you still need game. And also, too, if you want a consistent flow of women, you need game to have a consistent flow of women. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, some guys, they'll have situations where they'll randomly run into some chick where something will pop off here and there. This, so you'll have even, the guys that get it randomly who, and a guy might get it today and not get it for another 9 months. You understand what I'm saying? So that'll happen, if your game isn't really, really extra tight. When it's extra tight, you'll get the girlfriends, and you will, get the chicks who are going to be consistent women that are around that you can really make stuff happen with. All right. So I would love to hear you guys in the comments, say which number you are, you the guy who feels he needs to pay for sex, or you the guy who's getting no sex, or you the guy who hardly, gets any, but could if you tried? Are you the guy who randomly gets the chicks? Are you the guy who has that one girlfriend? Are you the guy who's smashing chicks left and fucking right? All right. So let me know in the comments, and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.